Hi, baby. It's been a long time coming, huh?
Yeah.
Hi, baby. Well, I got something for you. Sit down. Hello. Who are you wearing? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Oh my god. For you.
But you wanted to, right?
Sorry, I have lip gloss on.
Yeah, did it put that?
What?
Do you have any idea?
Yes, I knew there was something going on when my dad like called me and was like, "Can I come get the dogs?" And it's like, "Sure." Aw. Yay. All right, you guys. Obviously, if you clicked on this video, you know that I am engaged. It's kind of crazy to be saying that. I mean, this happened a month ago, but still, it's still kind of crazy. So I'm going to walk you guys through kind of how we did it, what the day consisted of, and where we are at now. So grab a snack. I'm gonna try to keep it a little short, but grab a snack, grab a drink. Let's get into it. Okay, so I may have included clips. I took a couple clips because I was a little suspicious that this was happening. So I may have inserted them. I don't know. I was like so like nervous like that day because I was like pretty sure it was happening. So maybe I omitted them. I don't know. We'll see. But so basically, okay, let me give you a backstory of mine and Jonathan's relationship. We met in 2017. We are a Tinder success story. And we met on Tinder, and I shouldn't say that. We started talking because of Tinder, but we met through mutual friends. So January of 2017, we were both in college, and I was traveling back and forth for my part-time job / internship, and he went to school in Sioux Falls, where we live. So I would see, I tried like literally for like months to actually like meet up with him, and it just wasn't working. He was studying, working, sleeping. That was like his life. It was nuts. He was pre-med at the time, and his schedule was crazy. So finally we met 2 months later, almost 3 months later, at a little dive bar in town that we love. And yeah, so that was where we first met. And then it was like so hard to like actually like meet up with him after that I was like, I'm done. This guy is not serious about this. Like, he's flaky, blah, blah. So stopped talking to him for like 2.5 months until after graduation. So after I graduated, I went on a trip to Mexico, and he started like snapping me again on Snapchat. And I was like, this is weird. Like, this guy is like, was like not talking to me for 2 months. Now he's talking to me again, whatever. It was weird, but I was like, went with it, whatever. And then he like kept wanting to hang out, kept wanting to do this, do that, come over, come out, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know. I'm not falling for this. So kind of like blew him off for a little while. And then I got Macy, my puppy Macy. So she came into the picture and he used her against me. But basically for like probably like 3-4 weeks, he was like, you should bring Macy over, you should bring Macy over, you should bring Macy over. And I was like, no, yeah, for sure. And with no intention of actually bringing her over because I thought he was being a little playboy, whatever. Finally, he was like, okay, are we gonna hang out this year or not? And I was like, jeez. So I was like, okay, fine. Like I couldn't avoid it anymore. So I was like, okay, I am free literally tomorrow night for a few hours and then I'm gone for like 2 weeks. I was traveling, doing all this stuff, and he's like, great, bring her over. And I was like, dang it. I was hoping he had to work or something. And so I brought her over, and let me tell you, golden retriever puppies, if you want a way to suck somebody in, golden retriever puppy is the way to go. But brought her over and the rest is history. So that is how our relationship started. We have been together ever since. So we are celebrating our 5-year anniversary in November. Yes, November. Took him a while to come around completely, but 5 years this year. So, okay, now fast forward. We just bought a house together in July. It is now March of 2022. And so my best friend is a photographer. And she asked me randomly one day, she's like, hey, what are you doing on Friday the 25th? And I was like, probably nothing. So she's like, well, you should help me with a shoot doing like behind the scenes social media stuff, which I have done for her before. She was like, just come and do the shoot with me. And I have like a hat that I want to shoot on you for like client closet type stuff. So like look cute and then we'll go out for drinks after. I was like, great. And then, but she gave me no details, nothing, not like what the shoot was for, where it was at, and she gave me no details. So I was like, okay, a little interesting. And then, fast forward, a few more weeks, whatever. This is actually, I think like the week of, Jonathan was like, hey, this was on like a Monday. And he's like, hey, I'm going to go shoot pool with the guys on Friday. So I won't be home, just so you know. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Jonathan never makes plans in advance. Never. He is a very like spur of the moment guy. Very rarely does he make plans in advance. So I was like, okay. So I was, I kind of figured that this is what it was, but I'm like, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm weird. I'm like, I don't want to ruin. So I didn't really say anything. Like I didn't want to ruin the surprise or anything if it was that. And I also didn't want to look stupid if it wasn't that. So you following me? Okay. So then, that same week, actually it's the weekend before, I have 2 friends asking me to get my nails done, another one asking me to go get a facial, and I was like, okay, I love my friends, but they don't spoil me this much. So that was when I was like, okay, something is up. And but once again, didn't say anything, because I was like, maybe my friends they just really love me this week. So got my nails done with Kadence, who is my photographer best friend, and went and got a facial the day of. And then Kadence is like, hey, you want to go for brunch? So we go to brunch, and she's like, yep. So the shoot tonight that I was helping with, she's like, it's a proposal. So we're still kind of like wishy-washy on like the time and the location, but I'll drop you a pin and just meet me there at like 5:30. So then I was like, okay, I see what she's doing. She's trying to be a little subtle, but then I was like, this is 100% happening. Like, for sure. I see where this is going. And so then I went home and was getting ready the rest of the day, and I was like literally like shaking. I was so nervous. And she sent me a pin, and so I was finishing getting ready, and then Jonathan's brother comes over. And he's like, oh yeah, I got like a package for the studio, which he had gotten a package delivered to our house. And so he comes and gets that. And then literally like 15 minutes later, my dad's like, hey, can I come get the girls? Like, it's a nice day. Like, I'm just gonna go like drive them around, let them run around at the house, which once again, he has done this before, but I was just like, there's too much happening in a very short amount of time. And I was like, okay, yes, like come grab them for sure. I'm about to go help with this shoot. So he came and grabbed the dogs. I left to go to this mysterious spot with this pin, and I drive up. So it was at this park in town where our city is based around like a river. Actually, there's like 2 rivers. And so there's like walking trails and bridges and stuff. It's like a really pretty park. Keep in mind, it's winter. It's freezing out and there's snow everywhere. So I meet her and her husband there. Her husband does videography. He's the one who did the video that you guys will have seen at the beginning of this. And so I am walking in my car following them, and Kadence and I are just kind of chatting, blah, blah, blah. And then I come across this bridge and there's this cute little setup and we're just talking, blah, blah, you know, whatever. And then all of a sudden she like stops talking and I'm like looking around and I look back, and then Jonathan comes out from behind a tree. Who knows how long he was hiding there. And then he got down on one knee, kept it really short and sweet, thank goodness, because I probably would not have remembered a single word that he said if he would have, you know, been too wordy. But, and he asked me to marry him, and I said yes. So you guys will have seen that little video already. So that was super sweet. There is a cute little setup that Kadence and my friend Logan, who is also a wedding planner, they set up. It was super sweet from some local vendors. We had champagne, which I couldn't even open the champagne bottle because my hands were so cold. And so we opened that and then turn around, and my dad came with the girls and they came running toward us. And it was such a cute moment having all of them there and having my dad, and Jonathan's brother was there. So it was really special, and I cried when my dad hugged me. I was like bawling, because that's like when it all hit me. So, that was really sweet and very special. And it was very cold, so we kind of like wrapped it up pretty quick. And then Jonathan said we had reservations at a restaurant, so we went, and me, my dad, and Jonathan went to my house to drop the dogs off, get them fed, and then went to our dinner reservation, which ended up being a surprise engagement party, which I have always said is like my dream. I always wanted that, and that I wanted like all of our favorite people there. Obviously we couldn't have everyone. Family, there was very little family just because our family is kind of all over the place, but my dad was there, and Jonathan's brother was there, and all of our closest friends, which was awesome. It was super special. So we had a little wine. It was at like a wine bar. So we had like wine, charcuterie. It was great. It was super, super sweet. And we got to just talk with all of our friends and have just like an impromptu little celebration. So it was super great. And that was pretty much that whole day. That was like the proposal. And then of course we called family the next day and told them, and some of them knew, some of them didn't. So it was kind of fun to surprise some people. And even the ones that knew were still like super excited. And they're like, it finally happened, like blah, blah. Cause trust us, it was a question that came up a lot, which was, you know, when's it going to happen? When are you going to get married? You know, and I was always like, it's not up to me. It's up to him. So I asked him to be in this video, but he hates being on camera. So he was just whatever. So anyway, I'm going to show you guys the ring close up, and, that's always, I'm sure, what you guys are here for. Let me see if it'll focus. Okay, so here it is. So a little bit about the ring. This is a ring that I've always wanted, like forever. It is from the True Gem Company, which is a company out of Dallas, Texas, and they specialize in moissanite engagement rings. So this is moissanite. It is not a diamond. I'm gonna take it off. I don't know if you'll be able to see it better, but it is beautiful. Oh, that focus is real weird. So I will insert some pictures of it as well, but it is a moissanite, and as you can see, it is a pretty large stone, which is what I always wanted. I want a little bit bigger stone with a thin band, and this company had a beautiful design that I'd always really loved. And I was not quiet about it. I told Jonathan, I sent him links. I was like, this, just so you know, when the time is right, this is what I want. Okay. Very, very not subtle. So I encourage you, if you know what you want in an engagement ring, send it to your significant other. You guys, don't be shy about it, because hopefully we'll be wearing this for the rest of our lives. Okay. So you better like it, right? And I know it's not all about the ring, but it is something that was very important to me, and I don't think there is any shame in that. If you want a big stone in your hand, go for it. If you want a simple band, go for it. Just make sure it's something that you really love, is my opinion. Some people think, oh no, I want my fiance or my boyfriend, whatever, future husband, to pick it out. That's totally fine. But for me, I was like, I know what I want, and I'm very particular about what I like, especially when it comes to jewelry. So he did very good. He got exactly what I wanted, and somehow knew my ring size. But this is a moissanite. It is a what is it? A 7.5 by 9 millimeter, which is the equivalent of like 2.6 carats. Moissanites are much more ethical, much more affordable, and overall they are as close to a diamond as you can get as far as like the hardness, the clarity, whatever. Like, it's very hard to tell the difference. They are just as durable. They're one step below a diamond on the hardness scale. So very great option if you are wanting a bigger stone like I did and you don't want to spend 30 grand, because this is about 30 grand if it were a diamond. And he paid much less than that. So, and I told him, I'm like, I do not want a diamond. Don't you dare spend money on a diamond, because I knew the size I wanted and I did not want to pay the price of a diamond. So anyway, enough about the ring, but that is what it is. I will link this specific ring down below along with the True Gems Instagram, because highly recommend. Their team is amazing. They are incredible. Highly recommend if you are looking for a moissanite engagement ring or a wedding band. They have other jewelry as well. They also do lab grown diamonds, which are also more ethical, but moissanites are still a little bit more budget friendly. So that is the ring. I think that is all I have to tell you guys about. I will probably do some other videos related to wedding planning. If you do not follow my Instagram, follow me there, because that's where I give you guys the most like up-to-date information on wedding planning. It's just a little bit easier to just pop on there than it is to make a whole formal video. But I have a highlight saved called Wedding, that's where you'll find all of the wedding planning information. We are having a little bit of a destination wedding, so it's a little bit different. And if you guys are interested, go ahead and follow me there and check out those highlights. So that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm very excited to get married, and I hope you guys enjoyed those videos, the pictures. They're so special. I'm so glad we got to capture those. And thank you so much to Cole and Kadence Cruz. They are the creative minds behind the video and the photos. And I am just so grateful to them and all of our friends and family for celebrating with us and being present. If you are not subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button, because we have some very exciting news and some exciting things coming up very soon. So subscribe so you don't miss out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.